Okay, here we are, day 30 of the 30-day mindfulness challenge. So congrats. You made it. You showed up for 30 days in a row for yourself. Um, and I hope this has made some kind of impact in the way you assess your time when doing this practice and the importance of it and the potential of this practice as a result of maybe getting some momentum after doing it 30 days in a row. All right. I know I have. It's been a real fun run. So today's practice, we're just gonna do an audible, basically do any of the four techniques we did over the last month. See, hear, feel rest, feel flow, or feel good. Whichever one interests you right now or has you have an opportunity for, or maybe you need to do out of necessity. Um, Either way, maybe ponder that as we transition to the guided meditation. Coming up next. All right, welcome. Let's get started. Let's go ahead and settle into position. Nice deep in breath and stretch up and settle in on the exhale. If you're doing a feel rest practice, you might want to do a couple more of those. But either way, let's just settle into our posture for the day. I'm going to go ahead and close my eyes for my practice. You can if that suits what you're doing today, but if you're doing an open eye practice, that works too. Let's go ahead and get started. So whether you're exploring the see, hear, feel aspects of experience, or you're diving into rest, feeling the flow or feeling good, you know the drill by now. Just remember our mind can feel like it defaults to memory, plan, fantasy, kind of monkey mind. We just notice when that happens and return back to the practice. Whether it happens a couple times, 100 times, or 1,000 times over the next few minutes, it's all good because every time you notice, you're strengthening your concentration. And it takes some sensory clarity just to notice that. For your practices, just keep it up. You're doing great. Really soak into whatever experience you're having. Trying to detach from the mind identification and really drop into the sensation, if you're having really big feelings, that's not a problem. We're just allowing them to come and go and dissipate on their own, good or bad. We're just going through the experience with as much equanimity as we can. It's very subtle for you and you're having trouble getting into the sensory experience that you've targeted. Not a problem. Working with that very subtle experience relative to other outsized experiences and other categories can be challenging. But again, that's lifting those heavier weights and really building that concentration skills, working with those very subtle experiences. So just keep at it. You're doing good. As we get a little longer into the meditation, things can start to settle down a little bit and we can really have a little more extended periods in the sensations that we're working with. It's okay if you notice that. And then just kind of release it and transition back to your technique. Great job. As usual, if you've got some momentum and you want to keep practicing, just pause the video now. And you can resume when you're done. And for the rest of us, let's go ahead and wrap it up there. You can open your eyes if your eyes were closed. Well, that's it. We did it. Day 30, 30-day mindfulness challenge. That went by very fast, at least on my account. So I truly, truly appreciate you for joining me. It's motivating and rewarding to be able to do this every day and work on my practice, and just be working with this material itself is rewarding. So, um, and I really encourage you to thank yourself. And maybe next time you do feel good, you can feel good about yourself for taking time for yourself to develop this kind of mental hygiene that we do through mindfulness and establishing a whole new level of awareness of our world and how we interact with it and how it arises and dissipates. And it's a constant, pretty much state of flow. And if you feel like you're not there yet and you're just starting, don't worry. Keep putting in the time, putting into practice. Sprinkle it throughout the day, a little here, a little there. It adds up. It truly does. And I wouldn't be doing this if the benefits weren't worth it. They are. So hang in there. Give yourself a lot of grace. Give yourself a lot of grace. If you need, find a coach. If you really like this stuff, go to a retreat. I highly recommend that, where you stop everything that you normally do and switch modes into a practice for several days is the ultimate practice, and it will probably change your life if you do that. I know it changed mine when I finally did it. So I highly encourage that. And yeah, more to come. So thank you for joining me. I'll continue posting on my channel new, different techniques, and hopefully we'll revisit again for 2026 to kick off the year right. But yeah, just keep it up, man. 10 minutes a day. That's all it takes. If you can do more, sweet. But just try and get that 10 minutes in. It'll work. Trust me. Mahalo. Much aloha for joining me on the journey. We'll see you next time. Take care. I saw a thing today. It made me laugh. I just wanted to share. I'm just going to tag it onto the back of the video, but uh, a person was talking about how they struggle with meditation and just doing it consistently, or even justifying it to themselves because they got so much other stuff to do. And their teacher had told them, well, think of it as hygiene, like brushing your teeth. If you don't brush your teeth, take care of your teeth, you're going to have bad breath. If you don't do mindfulness, practice mindfulness, the hygiene for your mind, you're not going to be able to be present or as present as you potentially could be. So instead of bad breath, though, you have this, I don't know, a stinking mind. But I guess that's kind of tough because that goes another direction. Anyways, I don't know. Stay still. Aloha.